The Transporteur is a 2002 French action thriller film directed by Leterrier and Yuen and written by Luc Besson, who was inspired by BMW Films The Hire series. The film stars Jason Statham as Frank Martin, a driver for Hire a mercenary transporter, who will deliver anything, Hire no questions asked for the right price. It also stars Shu Qi as Lai Kwai. It is the first film in a series also consisting of Transporter 2 and Transporter 3. A television series premiered in 2012 on October 11 in Germany on RTL and on December 6 in France on M6. Plot: Frank Martin is a highly skilled driver known only as the Transporter. He will transport anything, no questions asked, always on time, and he is known as the best in the business. He strictly follows 3 rules when transporting. Rule number 1, never change the deal. Rule number 2, no names. And rule number 3, never open the package. Frank has been hired to transport some robbers from a bank heist. On delivery to their destination, they foist an extra man in the car, so he refuses to drive until they decide to kill one robber. Later they offer new money on Frank to drive further from the city. He refuses the deal. The robbers escape in another car, and Frank leaves. When Frank returns to his villa, local police inspector Tarconi arrives to question Frank about the robbery. However, Tarconi has no concrete proof about the heist and leaves his villa. Frank is then hired to deliver a package to an American gangster, Darren Wall Street Betancourt. While changing a flat tire on the road in France, he notices that something is moving in the package. During the way, he opens the package and finds a bound and gagged woman. She manages to escape, but he recaptures her and disables 2 policemen who spot them. He delivers the package to Betancourt as promised. Betancourt asks Frank to transport a briefcase. Frank accepts the job. On the way, he stops at a gas station to rest, but the briefcase turns out to be a bomb that destroys Frank's car. Frank snaps and returns to Betancourt's residence with vengeance and dispatches several of his henchmen, after which he steals a car to get away, only to find the package tied to a chair in the back seat. Later on, he returns to his house, and unties the package, who tells him that her name is Lee. The next day, Tarconi arrives and asks about Frank's car. Lee now says she is Frank's new cook and afterwards girlfriend and supports Frank's alibi. Tarconi leaves with no proof again. However, shortly after he leaves, missiles rain down on Frank's house, and Frank and Lee are barely able to escape the house, as it completely explodes. At the police station, being questioned, Lee manages to sneak onto Tarconi's computer to access information on Betancourt. Lee tells Frank that Betancourt is a human trafficker and that he is shipping 2 containers full of Chinese people, including her family, and is planning to sell them into slavery. Lee and Frank go to Betancourt's office, where Frank holds Betancourt at gunpoint and asks him why did he try to kill him. Betancourt replies that he didn't have a choice as Frank opened the package, and he also reveals that Lee's father Kwai is also a human trafficker and that he is Betancourt's partner. Kwai arrives and his henchmen subdue Frank just as Tarconi arrives at the office. When Tarconi enters the office, Lee's father and Betancourt accuse Frank of kidnapping Lee. Tarconi has Frank arrested and locked up in the station. At the station, Tarconi agrees to abet Frank's escape as his foe hostage. Frank then tracks the criminals to the docks, where they load the containers onto trucks. However, Frank is spotted and is forced to fight his way through the guards, failing to stop the trucks. He then steals a small airplane and parachutes onto one of the trucks. After a lengthy fight, Frank manages to kill Betancourt and some of his henchmen and then gets out of the truck, only to be ambushed by Lee's father. However, Frank is saved when Lee shoots her own father. Afterwards, Tarconi arrives with the police and they rescue the people trapped inside one of the containers. Cast: Jason Statham as Frank Martin the Transporter, Shu Qi as Lai Kwai, Frana Section Wabella Copyright and as Inspector Tarconi, Matt Schulze as Darren Wall Street Betancourt, Rick Young as Mr. Kwai. Releases: theatrical release, The Transporter premiered in 2,573 theaters. With a production budget of $21 million, it grossed $25,296,447 in the United States and a total of $43,928,932 worldwide. Cut and uncut releases. The film was cut to receive a PG-13 rating in the United States, and this version was also released in the United Kingdom and several other countries. Japan and France received the uncut versions. Certain sequences of violence were either cut or toned down for the PG-13 cut. These include, the fight on the bus, which included Frank using a knife. The final fight on the highway, where Frank fights Wall Street in the truck. In the original French version, Wall Street is crushed beneath the wheels of the truck after Frank throws him from it. In the US PG-13 version, he is simply thrown out of the truck and onto the highway. The uncut fight on the bus can be seen in the extended fight sequences on the North American DVD, but with no sound. The Japanese region-free Blu-ray cut of this film has the original uncut French version of the film. It also has several special features and deleted scenes. However, it does not include the North American special feature of the uncut fight scenes. The uncut version of Transporteur 2 is also included in this special boxed set. Soundtrack: Tweet a Euro Boogie Tonight, Nate Dogg a Euro I Got Love, Fat Joe featuring Angie Martinez and Sicario a Euro Live Big a Euro, Benzino a Euro Rock the Party a Euro, KNOC Turn La Euro Music, Angie Martinez featuring Lil Mo and Sicario a Euro If I Could Go. A Euro, Tammy a Euro Be Alright a Euro, Missy Elliott a Euro Scream also known as Itchin', Gerald Levert a Euro Funny a Euro, Hustle Card a Euro I'm Cool a Euro, Keith Sweat a Euro One on One a Euro, Nadia a Euro Life of a Stranger, a Euro indicates that the song did not appear in the film. Home media: the DVD version was released on October 23, 2003. It included 15 minutes of extended fight scene footage and a feature-length commentary. On August 23, 2005, the film was released again in a special delivery edition. This version included all the features of the original release plus a new behind-the-scenes documentary, a making-of featurette, and a storyboard to film comparison. The film was also released as a part of the Transporteur collection, which featured the first two films in the series. A Blu-ray format was released on November 14, 2006. Reception. Critical response: The Transporteur has received mixed reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a score of 54% based on reviews from 124 critics and reports a rating average of 5.6 out of 10, with a reported consensus: The Transporteur delivers the action at the expense of coherent storytelling. At Metacritic, which assigns a weighted average score out of 100 to reviews from mainstream critics, the film received an average score of 51 based on 27 reviews, indicating mixed or average reviews. Manila Dargis, of the Los Angeles Times, complimented the action, saying, "Statham certainly seems equipped to develop into a mid-weight alternative to Van Diesel. That's particularly true if he keeps working with director Corey Yuen, a Hong Kong action veteran whose talent for hand-to-hand mayhem is truly something to see." Roger Ebert took the opposite stance, stating, "Too much action brings the movie to a dead standstill." Eric Harrison, of the Houston Chronicle, says, "It's junk with a capital J. The sooner you realize that, the more quickly you can settle down to enjoying it." See also, references. External links: the original Transporteur movie site, the Transporteur at the Internet Movie Database, the Transporteur at All movie.